Just so you can stop telling me to go touch grass. This movie deserves, its own video. It deserves to talk about it a little bit at least. And I'm not one to watch horror movies for, various reasons I could talk about. This movie is different. It's just different because I think a lot of people expected this thing to be like Chucky, the fucking cursed doll or whatever. And this is not what it is. It's so interesting because I think people who went watching this movie expected that kind of a horror movie. And I think these people are probably a little bit disappointed in it because it's not like there's no ancient curse and anything like that. This is a movie about an AI, right? Going basically like getting having its own mind. How you call it? Just like a rogue AI that gains conscience. That's what you call it. So this movie is basically it's this shit is eerie from the start because you're waiting for it to like snap and stuff like that. But how it ends is I think interesting because you have this philosophical conversation almost. There's the conversation between the robot, the kid, the child, whatever you want to call it, and its creator, right? The woman that made it, that made the AI at least, or I mean, she made all of it. So the interesting part, the interesting part to me, what I think this movie raised above like every horror movie, especially every horror movie with like a doll, right? Like I said, like the Chucky and all the other ones, but even like going outside of those horrors, like let's say like the Nun, right, or Conjuring, whatever, all these other universes, all these other horror movies. This movie has raised above that too, because at the end, towards the end, like I said, there's the philosophical conversation, and you learn that the robot, the AI, is basically in the right. Like, she actually raises, like, arguments for her behavior that she, not only she was programmed to do, but she, because she kills a bunch of people, right? It's a horror movie, so obviously she kills a bunch of people. But the thing is, I think that like she basically tells the woman, the creator who made her, that like, why do you want to punish me when I did exactly the things that you told me to do? And like, I mean, obviously the movie kind of ends like with the robot getting destroyed, but then the very very end, like right before the credits start rolling, we realize obviously that the actual AI in itself is not, destroyed. It's just a physical robot. So I'm sorry, by the way, for spoilers, but I don't think you really care about spoilers for this movie. I think if you want to watch a horror movie with like, robot killing people, I can't spoiler that. That's like, you need to watch that. And if, you think I'm spoiling you the story, like you are missing a lot of things, even if I said all of that. So, don't flip out on me. That's not exactly spoilers. But I get it, like it's the ending. So yeah, the robot, the AI is not actually gonna like die because they are planning on a second movie. So obviously they're not gonna kill it. But yeah, like I have had fun with this, and it's like genuinely, I didn't like. There's a lot of things about it that I feel like just the movie production these days don't do, just to be safe. There is the portion where there's a kid, let's say 15 years old, for, I don't know, somewhere around that area, right? It's like a boy, like a kid, right? But like it's a teenager, so obviously, like they make him into like this insufferable asshole, right? And the robot fucking kills the kid. It fucking kills the kid. And you are sitting there like, it's a horror movie, so it's probably like going to do something. But then again, it's, you know, Hollywood production and all that shit, they're not gonna kill the kid. They're gonna kill the kid. And I think that's like, you know, it's like the sex scenes in Game of Thrones. I think a lot of people liked Game of Thrones for a lot of things, for a lot of, you know, good stuff in it. But I think major amount of people who fell in love with Game of Thrones was because among all the other things they are doing in there, they also show these sex scenes, because it's HBO, right? So they obviously can afford it. But they do that so that you understand that this movie will show you things that will happen in the story, and they're not gonna like shy away from things. So I think that was like a good example in the movie. That was the point when I was watching it, where I was like, oh, so they are not gonna be like, they're not gonna chicken out of things. They're gonna follow through. And you know, you're telling yourself when you're watching that scene, like, oh, I wish that kid could just die. But you're like low key. You're like, yeah, they're not gonna do it, but I wish, and they fucking do it, and that's good. It's like it's really satisfying for one, but yeah. Um, I don't know, man. I think I would rate this a solid 8 for what it is. It could be definitely better. It could be better done. Uh, there are things that I definitely don't like. I think the most infamous thing about this movie is the dance. There's at some point a dance. I don't even like. There's this robot sings a lullaby to the girl, right? Because the premise is that there's a human girl, I don't know, 11, something like that, and she gets like this robot, which is supposed to be like her sister, and like the robot is supposed to also take care of her, make, you know, give her company, all that shit. So one of these things she does is sing fucking lullaby, and she sings, it's like a really famous song, but it's not like a lullaby. You don't sing that as a lullaby. It was so weird to watch that. And it like, I think it happened like twice. And it was very, very, very weird. It wasn't like, it wasn't scary weird. It was literally just awkward and cringy, I think. You know, some people might have loved it. I felt like it was really fucking weird. Just no reason for it, even. Like, there was no reason to do it. It felt intentionally uh, just awkward. So that's one thing I didn't like. And then the second was the dance. I think the dance was intentionally done so that it blows up in social media. So I'm not gonna like touch that. If it was done for the attention, I don't like it. But they could have cut it out of the movie and it wouldn't like harm anything. So if you have portions like that in your movie, like people call it fat, right? Like, if this fat was cut from the movie, nobody would cry about it, so they could have done that. Alright, yeah, AI is great topic. I would definitely talk about that again. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna be allowed to, but you know, we'll see about that. But overall, I mean, I definitely would like to have a conversation about AI going like, you know, not like rogue, but like sentient, and you know, just AI in general. Like, is it behaving like humans, right? Is it like just trying to mimic us? But like, then again, you can say that about humans too. A lot of humans just do their best to behave the way they are supposed to, or they think they are supposed to. So why is AI so different? And you know, speaking about that, I would say, like, personally,